Hello, everyone, and welcome to My First Mon on JoyClicks. I'm one of your hosts, Jack Martin, alongside Christian Buckley.
Howdy.
Howdy to you. Playing some Red Dead Redemption, is that where you're getting that from?
No, but I do love that game.
Or perhaps listening to Lil Nas X's Old Town Roads.
With Billy Ray Cyrus.
With Billy Ray Cyrus.
That's a jam.
Yeah. If you don't know, I've never played a Pokemon game.
Never.
So I'm going through Pokemon Blue. And week by week, we're going to be talking about gyms that I encounter. There's 8 in total.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some more after that. I'm not sure. Christian is going through Pokemon Red.
I am.
Refreshing his memory. He's played through this game, thousands of times, literally?
And very recently in the most recent remake of this generation.
Okay. So you know the series very well, and you're guiding me through Pokemon Blue. If you enjoy this content, you can subscribe to JoyClicks on YouTube. You can find this podcast on podcast services like Apple Podcasts.
Share it around with your fellow Pokemon friends.
Yeah, share it around. When did iTunes turn into just Apple Podcasts? Because no one says iTunes anymore.
I honestly don't know. I think iTunes is splitting up. I'm pretty sure this is a recent news story, relatively.
Yeah.
Of iTunes splitting up music, video, and podcasts into 3 separate apps now.
Oh. So interesting. Well, Tim Apple, let me know. So we're on episode 6 of the show.
We are.
Blazing through it.
Last episode, you beat Gym
Koga.
6, Koga?
Yes, I believe Koga is the name.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's the name.
And
the poisonous ninja master.
Yes. Let's give a recap on your team right now.
Sure. My party is as follows. Blastoise, Raichu, Dugtrio, Poliwag, big surf guy, Rhyhorn, big strength guy, and Victory Bell. I'm not sure on Victory Bell. I'm pretty sure it's Victory Bell or Flareon at this point.
Okay.
It changes in this episode.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that. So that's who I have right now.
So you're feeling good with some of your team at this point?
Yeah.
Do you think there's anybody that's going to stick with you to the end?
Blastoise.
Blastoise, okay.
Blastoise, definitely. Raichu, 90%. Those are 2, water and electric. I feel like I need those.
You seem like a fan of Victory Bell too now.
Victory Bell is okay. I've experienced some good things with Victory Bell and some not good things. Sometimes, I think I only have grass attacks with Victory Bell.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, yeah, you got rid of Stun Spore.
Yeah. So if I use an attack from Victory Bell, and that enemy is not immune or is not susceptible to grass, then it does nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, this is nothing. And I feel like grass isn't the most useful Pokemon. If I could just throw my 2 cents out there.
Yeah, grass is
what Pokemon are susceptible to grass?
Water, rock, ground. I think that might be it.
Okay.
And it does fine against some other types. The only ones it's not effective against are fire, and maybe psychic. I don't know.
All right.
So,
this is good to know. At this point, I've played 20 to 21 hours of this game.
Yeah. So
I didn't realize I'd be playing this game for that long.
I know. I wanted to say that to you.
But I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm glad you're having fun with it so far, because the thing is, again, it's been a long time since I have played Red.
Yeah.
So I was severely undercutting how long it would take
before
we committed to the show. So I'm sorry if it's gone longer than you expected.
Oh no, it's pretty we're both college students.
Yeah.
Finding time to game pretty difficult.
Yeah.
In my experience.
Gives you an excuse.
But yeah, this is giving me an excuse to play video games.
There you go.
And I appreciate that. So yeah.
So we leave off in Fuchsia City.
Fuchsia City, and I'm my eyes are set to the sea.
Yeah.
I imagine, I don't know. Remember in BioShock Infinite when
Never played.
Oh my god.
I'm
Stepped
sorry.
on a landmine. Regardless, imagine a 19-teen setting where everyone's at the beach with oddly striped bathing suits. That's in my head. That's what I'm doing, and I'm gazing out at the sea. A little specific.
All right.
A little specific, but that's fine. So I take my dude Poliwag, and I'm very excited to see what the animation is like to surf. And I expected music to be playing, different music to be playing. I don't know if I noticed different music playing during surf, because anytime I hop on a bike, different music.
Yeah.
but I don't think I noticed any different music. Like perhaps I was thinking some cowabunga business, some Beach Boys business.
There's nothing to that effect.
Okay.
I know like different routes have different tracks.
Yeah.
So I think the water routes also have their own tracks depending on where they are.
Nothing crazy though. Nothing that I noticed. But that's fine. I hop on Poliwag and I just turn into a fish. I was like, oh, I'm just a goldfish now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
They had their limitations, you know?
Yeah. The later iterations of surf, like, does it show you on a surfboard, perhaps?
It depends. So, I'm trying to think. Okay, I think in, like, the DS games and the Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah.
You have a form, like, sort of a black formed creature sitting in the water, and then your sprite is sitting on top of it.
Oh, I see.
In the 3DS games, it turned into whatever. So, in some of the 3DS games, it's like a 3D model of your character and the 3D model of just the black representation of a Pokemon underwater.
Yeah.
In the most recent 3DS games, there is a specific Pokemon that you hop on to surf on.
Okay.
And then in Let's Go, it's you hop on a surfboard with Pikachu or Eevee.
I see. Here's a dumb question.
Sure.
Has nothing to do with what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is Pokemon Sword and Shield the first, now there's an argument to be made, the first home console release for a mainline Pokemon game?
Mainline, yes. Like if you're talking mainline dual releases, yes.
Yes. So like, of course, Pokemon Snap.
So even
was
beyond that,
64?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's a game that I was a fan of as a child.
Yeah.
Called Pokemon Coliseum.
I've
been thinking about it a lot recently.
You just fight Pokemon in that, right?
No, that's Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, right, yeah.
So Pokemon Coliseum is cool and gave me my two favorite versions of Eevee because of the starter Pokemon in that game. So Pokemon Coliseum, you play as this character who stole this like robot arm tech from some evil lab.
Yeah.
And you use that, and you can use that arm to steal trainers' Pokemon.
Oh.
But the thing is,
what?
There are some Pokemon with hearts corrupt to darkness.
Oh no.
So you have to catch them, steal them from their trainers, and purify them. And that's how you get your team.
When did this come out?
Like 2002, I think.
Oh.
Maybe.
So
It was GameCube.
Cube.
It's a fun game. I never beat it, but I liked it. It was based on Gen 3. There were a lot of Gen 3 Pokemon in there. The bummer was like you could only catch Pokemon that were corrupt to Shadow.
Okay.
So it's like you couldn't steal, because I think if you tried to steal a normal Pokemon from one of the trainers, it's like, oh no, that's not the right thing to do. But yeah, like you had some partner who could see who was corrupt, and so she's like, you can catch that one if you want it.
Is this like an RPG?
Yeah, like there's towns, there's different cities you go to. I think there's just cutscenes to travel between the towns. There's no routes or anything.
Yeah.
But there are trainer battles, stuff like that.
Huh. I was just looking at photos.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a cool game.
Did people like this game?
I know I do. I don't know about the general public.
Very cool.
But yeah.
All right. So Sword and Shield, I guess, technically, maybe not technically, is the first mainline.
First mainline, yeah.
Because for a home console. But is the Nintendo Switch a home console? That's an argument to be made. I think it is.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's a home console. To other people, it's a handheld.
I use it primarily handheld, but I still think of it as a home console.
Me too. Me too. Okay. Well, glad we got that cleared up. That's interesting then.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
That's a cool game. I actually thought about like streaming it maybe, because it's a fun game.
Coliseum.
I just want to see it again.
Yeah.
See if it holds up.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at the sea in my striped
bathing suit.
and I hop on Poliwag and I just turn into a fish.
Yeah.
That's my headcanon.
Yeah.
Remember in episode 1 of Star Wars, the big fish, bigger fish joke? I turn into big fish.
Okay. Do you find any bigger fish in the ocean?
Not anyone that eats me.
So there's nobody. Is there anyone that stands out to you?
There's someone that I just like accidentally run into, and he says, it's just a trainer who's just sitting in the water. Weirdo.
Yes, swimmer.
Yeah, and he says, I look to the sea to forget.
Okay.
That's sad.
That's going on the thumbnail for the episode.
I looked to see to forget. That's actually pretty good.
Okay.
I caught a tentacle.
Nice.
Looks a little weird.
Yeah, never been a fan.
Yeah. I come across someone on a barge in the middle. I don't think they were.
I think it's just like a small island.
Yeah, no one special. But then, Christian, I get real annoyed at this game. Because I make my way to Seafoam Islands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Big time hate this part.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and another example of a part where I had to look up what to do. Because this cave system is so intricate.
Yeah.
It's so confusing.
Mm-hmm.
There's 1,000 ladders. There are these holes you can fall into.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have no clue what I'm doing.
It is poorly designed because I was still frustrated in Let's Go when I played through that.
Really just not good, in my personal opinion. And
I like that there are different... Well, you can't really tell in this version of the game, but this area is a different colored cave. Normally caves are like dark browns and grays.
Mm-hmm.
This one's like white and cyan.
Because of seafoam.
Yeah.
Okay. I can appreciate that. But for the most part, no thanks. Seafoam Islands. Yeah, very difficult. I just was looking up just like photos of the caves themselves and like following the ladders.
Mm-hmm.
Someone told me to push rocks down into the...
Yeah, so you can use the strength. That's what the puzzle is, right? You have to push rocks down to solve.
So, yeah, what you do is you push the rocks down into these, like the little... I don't even know what to call them. The little holes in the map.
Right.
And they would fall down and they would block the surf that was down below because it was like the current was too fast.
Yeah.
So it would block that. And you could like hop on Poliwag in my example, and just skirt through it.
Yeah.
So I get through that, and I'm using so many super repels. It's insane.
So did you give the cave a chance to show you anything that was in there?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll appreciate this. Psyduck.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, you don't like Psyduck. You like Slowpoke.
I do.
Do I catch a Slowpoke here?
You should be able to.
I thought I might have.
So yeah, Psyduck. Let me explain the Psyduck thing.
Yeah, Psyduck and Slowpoke in my mind look exactly the same.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Psyduck is like I like Psyduck.
Mm-hmm.
Psyduck's a cute Pokemon. Psyduck is a cool Pokemon. He looks like a rubber ducky. I don't like what he evolves into. He looks too much like a human.
Oh, I don't like that.
In like duck form.
I don't like that sentence you just said.
Like it looks like a smaller size, like a skinny, like maybe 4 foot tall human, hunched over in like a blue spandex suit with a crown on its head and then a beak sticking out.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Not a fan.
Oh, I just looked up Psyduck.
Yeah.
And the anime version of Psyduck, like yellow with the big beak, is like so nostalgic to me for some reason.
Yeah, Psyduck in the anime is cool. Misty has a Psyduck because Misty and Brock travel with Ash in the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Misty has a Psyduck. He always has some funny little moments.
Yeah.
He says "Psy-I-I."
Yeah, I feel like he'd be good comic relief.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm looking up Slowpoke. Pink fella. Looks nothing like Psyduck. I don't know why I thought he did.
So while you're looking up Pokemon, why don't you look up Golduck?
Golduck.
Yes.
All right.
Fun fact also, Psyduck featured in the Detective Pikachu movie coming up, potentially is out by the time you're listening to this episode.
Are we going to review Detective Pikachu?
I was going to ask you. I kind of want to.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
All right, cool.
Yeah, okay. Whoa, what's going on here? Golduck.
Yeah, right, dude? Like, come
he
on.
looks like a dragon, but also a duck. Do you like this?
I do not. And by association, I don't like Psyduck.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they look nothing alike.
Yeah.
So, Golduck looks like a pterodactyl.
Step up. It's such a weird like he's blue, he gets legs.
Yeah, he does get legs.
I don't like it. But
it looks like he can fly, but
he
I don't
can't
think he
though.
can't.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a tangent.
I don't like that at all. So, you're right. I'm with you on that one.
So Seafoam Islands, you working your way through. You get through all right then?
No, because I encounter a young Pokemon named Articuno.
Articuno.
Okay.
Articuno. Okay. So
this is where I counter some issues.
Okay. So, what's your first impression? You're traveling through this cave, right? You stopped your surf. You're struggling with this puzzle,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're just swimming around. You see this platform with some steps.
Yep.
climb up those steps. There's a Pokemon just sitting there.
Yeah. I'm like, I was very confused. I don't know if I've ever encountered that in the wild.
Do you remember that I mentioned to you, if you see a Pokemon sitting in the wild, not in your trainer, save.
Oh.
Did you save?
Sure didn't.
Okay, let's see what happens.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens. And I meet this Articuno, who's a level 50 Pokemon.
Yes.
I'm like, this guy's beefy. But I haven't blacked out in so long. It's been hours.
Yeah.
It's been hours. I'm probably fine. I was not fine.
Oh.
Totally blacked out. I got so mad at this game. It's so much so I had to shut the game off. Cause
Okay, you have to walk away.
I had to walk away from this dude.
Not even the Zubat did that to you.
No.
Wow, okay.
I tried to fight again, and I wrote some expletives on my notes. I've never done that, so I won't say them. And the Ultra Ball that I threw at him missed, and I was so mad. Like, the Ultra Ball, which from what I know, is the biggest ball that you can throw. The one that has the best chance to catch.
So for context,
yeah,
there's a branching path moment in the game. You went one way, I went another way.
Yes.
So for the listeners, or viewers, I guess, Jack has yet to encounter Silphco.
No clue what that is.
In Saffron City.
I haven't been to Saffron.
Correct.
Don't know how to get there.
So, from Celadon, you decide to go right and south to Fuchsia.
Yes.
So that's where we're at right now, just to catch up briefly.
So, before we get back to Articuno, how did you get to Saffron? Did you take the bike path? Is it somewhere there?
No, so I when I was in Celadon, I went where did I go? I went there's a point so once you're in Celadon City, you can get an item that you can give to the patrolmen that are like, hey, you can't walk through this way, I'm thirsty.
What do you give them?
So I'll tell you this because it's really obscure.
Yeah.
If you go to the top of the department store,
vending machines?
Yeah, you buy just any drink, and you bring it to one of them, all of them will be cured.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I gave it to them, I think I went east, because I think it's Celadon, Saffron, and then Lavender Town.
Yes.
Straight east, left to right there.
Oh.
So I went to Saffron, and then I did Silphco. That's where and then I stopped at Fuchsia, and that's where I'm at currently.
I said in episodes earlier, I wish I had like a bottle of water to give them.
Right, yeah.
We'll get there. Okay, cool.
I know this isn't where we were a moment ago, but
yeah.
What do you think of that? This game on the Game Boy, just the Game Boy.
Yeah.
96.
Mm-hmm. Things like that.
Multiple branching paths.
Yeah.
You have the option to explore this world in the way you want to.
So far, and we'll get to the point I got to earlier in earlier episodes. So far, this game has been fairly linear.
Yeah.
But I called it an open world because in my mind,
it still feels that way.
It feels that way. Now we're at the point where it literally is an open world, in which you have the option, if you were privy to this option, that you could give one of these gentlemen who's thirsty a drink of water.
Yeah.
Bribe them with water, and then they let you go into this other area. So you did that. I was not privy to this knowledge.
Yeah.
So I went somewhere else.
You dealt with Snorlax.
Yeah.
And that's the path you chose.
Yes.
But like, how wild is that?
That's pretty wild back in the day.
An old black and white game on a cartridge no bigger than a corn tortilla chip.
That's a good way of
slightly thicker, but
it.
Still.
Wait, what kind of corn tortilla chip are we talking about here?
Tostitos.
Tostitos scoops? Or Tostitos regular?
Regular.
That's like a triangle, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's still like around the same, like,
it's
general.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
But it's not crazy?
Yeah.
That's like, to me, that's just like impressive.
That's very impressive. How many megabytes are we talking about back in the day?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can look into that.
Because I remember the PS2 came with an 8 megabyte.
Yeah. Honestly,
memory card.
It might be whatever's smaller than a megabyte. Kilobyte?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
KBs?
Yeah.
Corrections, please.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Where we leave off?
Articuno.
Right.
Cursing the Poke Gods again.
So you go back.
Yeah, I tried to fight him again, and I threw an Ultra Ball at him, and I was like, this is a losing battle. And I realized I can run, so I did. I thought, like, maybe I was stuck, but I ran away.
Okay.
And I think he disappeared.
Yeah.
So he's probably gone forever.
He's gone.
Yeah, that's fine. If to me, I'm like, not worth it.
Okay. So Articuno,
How could I have beaten him?
really what you have to do is get his health as low as you can,
Yeah. I got real close.
throw a status effect on him.
Oh.
Because if a Pokemon has a status effect, they're more susceptible to being caught, especially if their health is low.
Oh, what?
I feel like I should have told you this earlier in the show.
Here's the thing with this game.
Yeah.
I feel like as I continue playing it, like, how did people know what to do without the internet and without having a guide or anything?
So,
Because, like, I feel like the people who would enjoy this most are the people who made it, because they know what to do.
yeah, so like as kids, especially when I was a kid, this was like one of the only games I had at the time
Okay.
as a kid.
Yeah.
And you know how kids are, they'll love anything.
Sure.
So, like, I have some pretty poor taste in some games as a child, but I loved them because it was like the only thing I had.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah, like Pokemon, I guess the ideal was that people would just devour that game and they would just talk to their friends about it. Because the thing is, Pokemon inherently is designed to be a social sort of game.
Yeah, with
Like,
the,
this is the kind of thing they want from it,
right?
you know?
They're winning.
Yeah,
The like the game links, right? And trading
Yeah,
and
like,
all that.
because there's only certain Pokemon you can only get in the other game.
Yeah.
They don't expect you to buy the 2 games, but they expect you to be able to trade with some games. The link cable exists. Some Pokemon only evolve if you trade them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like I think that was the intention.
Okay.
And I'm not excusing poor game design because there's some bad game design in this game.
I think so. I don't think it's. I really like this game.
Yeah.
I like this game a lot. For this to be the first in a series, there are some flaws, of course.
Yeah, and it does get better.
Yeah.
But there's a sort of division, or I would say the Pokemon fans are more all one-sided on this, where Pokemon has got to a point where the early hours are pretty tutorial heavy.
Yeah.
Explaining the world, explaining how things work. Sun and Moon, it felt like the tutorials just kept going. Like, new area, here's this concept you haven't done yet. Here's like a little 2-minute scene demonstrating it.
That's the most recent, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Technically. Most recent new game.
Yeah.
I didn't mind personally. I had a good time with that game, but like, yeah, Pokemon can over-explain things now to a detriment, some would say.
I see.
But like you're saying now, there are a handful of things in this game where it's like, hey, walk around a while,
Yeah.
see if you can find this thing.
Not even a hint as to what to do.
Yeah.
So, I think personally, that's not the best game design.
I don't know. And again, this was our first one.
Right.
There's a lot of improvements they make in the second game.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I'm running, and that's not even just with Pokemon. That's with like older games.
Oh yeah.
Like most older games.
Have you ever tangent? But have you ever pulled up the original Legend of Zelda?
No.
No. You think Breath of the Wild has no direction?
Mhm.
No, this game has no direction.
Oh wow.
So, but yeah, that's beside the point.
Interesting.
So Articuno's gone,
Yeah.
and to my knowledge, you cannot get it back.
Yeah. You know, I probably knew that going into it,
Mm-hmm.
but I was fine with that.
Do you have any thoughts on Articuno? Cool looking.
Real cool looking.
So Articuno.
But if you thought I was overpowered then, and if I had an Articuno in my party, boy
Yeah.
howdy, that would have done it in.
So Articuno. I don't think you have been exposed to this concept yet.
Yeah.
In the game, at least. Legendary Pokemon.
Oh.
Articuno is one of 3 legendary birds in the Kanto region
Mm-hmm.
that are myths and legends in this region of the Pokemon world.
Yeah.
Articuno is personally my favorite of these 3.
Okay.
So that stings that you lost that one. It's like, it's got ice attacks. Ice is really
Ooh.
good.
Yeah. I
Ice
haven't yet
attacks.
to. Oh no, I was gonna say I've yet to encounter. I have.
You found a
from
dugong probably.
No,
right?
from Articuno.
Articuno.
Is who I.
So yeah, Articuno's cool. Legendary Pokemon, one of 3. Next time save when you find the other 2.
It's good. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Someone later on, when I get to Cinnabar Island, talks about legendary Pokemons
All right.
and talks about Articuno. I was
Alright.
like, I've run into that bastard.
All right. So
So
let's keep on going.
yeah. So yeah, I got out of there.
Yeah, that's towards the end.
Yeah, and then I was like, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Get me out of this place.
Yeah.
Eventually I catch a Staryu
Nice.
and a Seal. Seal.
Seal's cute.
Sure is.
I like Seal.
And I was like, that's just a regular seal. And I was like, oh no, they changed the A.
It's a white seal.
Yeah.
Can't really tell again because we're playing black and white games.
Yeah.
But
This is the most, like, close to an actual animal Pokemon that I've encountered, I'd say.
yeah, because I think the one in the first game that is the most like this is just an animal
Yeah.
is Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd you haven't seen in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
You've only seen from a trade.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even. No, you
Yeah,
traded,
Ducks
right?
was Farfetch'd, right?
Yes. So.
Okay. Very cool. So I make my way to Cinnabar Island.
Mm-hmm.
Finally. Right. So happy to be here.
Yes.
Because I did not like
Seafoam.
Seafoam Islands. In fact, I hated it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to go back there.
You don't have to.
Good. Because I'd burn that place to the ground if
Oh,
given
I
the
bet.
opportunity.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm here at Cinnabar Island. And I go to the left and
Small island.
it's very small.
Very, very small.
Yeah. And I like that.
Yeah.
Because I like to explore it, like I've said. And when there's too much going on,
Yeah.
I always tend to not explore as much as I would.
Yeah, you can see. I'm pretty sure it's probably like 2.5 screens worth of
Yeah.
space to explore.
Yeah, almost nothing. There's only a few houses. And one of the first, well, I go to fill up my repels and my potions. I think they're hyper potions now that I can
Super
get.
ball or ultra balls now.
Ultra balls. I don't think I mess with any of the ultra balls because they're really expensive.
Yeah.
I just get the great balls.
Okay.
And of course hyper potions and max repels now.
Mm-hmm.
No more super repels.
Yes.
I want the max repels.
Mm-hmm.
So I get some of those. Pokemon, heal my Pokemon, of course.
Yes.
In Pokemon Center.
Interesting Pokemon Center, right?
Is it?
Bigger than normal.
Is it?
Could be wrong. Continue.
So, yeah, I think it's normal. No, I think I remember it being normal.
Okay.
Regardless. Could be wrong. I heal up my Pokemon, and I go to the Pokemon Lab.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yes.
In later games, they merge the Pokemon Center into the Pokemon Lab.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So, no, they're two separate entities here. And I go into the Pokemon Lab, and I'm starting to think back earlier in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Someone mentioned something about a lab, I
Yes.
think.
Yes. See, they did.
And I got this thing called a dome fossil.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, I was getting into my Heath Ledger for some reason. And I'm like, okay, I know someone can probably mess around with this thing.
Jurassic
At this
Park
lab.
style.
Yes. Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
And so people are talking at the lab, like just these kids about messing around with Pokemon. I'm like, okay, let me find this guy that can do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the far right, it's like the third room, and they're messing around with stuff, and they're like, yeah, we can revive Pokemon from fossils.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I got one of them.
Yeah.
And I pull out my dome fossil. There's a PC right there that I can just access my items. So I do that. And he said, all right, it's going to take some time. So you go out, you go do your thing, and come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that. And I try to go to the gym first, but it's locked.
It is.
So probably got to find a key.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to this random big house, which I think is just a mansion.
Yeah, I think it's just called the Pokemon Mansion or the Cinnabar Mansion or something like that.
And there's some interesting, I mean, yeah, the mansion itself is interesting. There's some switches that like open doors and close doors. It's fine. It's an interesting little mansion. But
Burnt out mansion, right?
is it burnt down?
It's like ratty.
Oh, okay.
There's wild Pokemon in there.
It's no Bruce Wayne Manor.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's abandoned.
There's some scientists who are like, hey, you're not supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some very interesting things in the logs here.
There are.
Another direct mention in-game confirmation. We're on Earth. South America is referenced.
Okay, yeah.
In-game.
Yeah, forgot about that one.
And I believe that's the first actual...
In text?
In text, someone said an Earth location.
Yeah.
They said the lunar landing in 1969.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, obviously.
Yeah.
We're probably talking about Neil Armstrong's trip to the moon with Buzz Aldrin. And what's the guy's name? What's the third guy's name?
Oh, I didn't even know.
Michael Collins.
Didn't even know that.
Michael Collins, not the Michael Collins from Dublin.
Okay.
Who revolted against the British rule.
All right, history.
They have the two same names.
Okay.
Regardless, probably referring to that lunar landing.
Yeah.
But could be any lunar landing.
Yeah.
If they really wanted to stretch it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure. I haven't had a chance to check this. I made this claim earlier.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive there's a Pokédex entry that references China.
Oh. I would like to read that.
Yeah.
All of this Pokédex business that we're getting into, like reading these logs, reminds me of Fallout 3. Going into the little computers.
The vaults stuff?
Yeah, going into the vaults,
cool.
going into the, what are they called? Terminals.
Ah, nice.
And reading all of the little like notes people left behind.
Do you find yourself reading Pokédex entries often?
Not
ones you catch?
too often.
There's some fun things in there.
Okay.
Recommend if you have some time.
So I go into these like computer or the PCs here, and it mentions South America, some voyage that these scientists took. And who do they mention but Mewtwo?
They do.
Now, in my limited, ignorant Pokemon brain, thought Mewtwo was introduced in the film.
So, Mewtwo is another legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
Mewtwo is from this game, and they made the film. There's some similarities and crossover between the backstory that you're learning about in this mansion and the backstory they give Mewtwo in the film. In the film, it's like, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple logs in the mansion that you may be getting to. It says like, oh, we found remnants of an old Pokemon.
Yeah.
We called it Mew. We messed around with cloning things and recreating life. We called it Mewtwo. So there's Mew and there's Mewtwo.
Yes.
Both referenced in these logs.
Yeah. And I don't have the logs written down here, but they
Right.
said something about him being too powerful. Oh yeah, I like this. But I always thought Mewtwo. I mean, this is the first game.
Yeah.
I always thought Mewtwo was introduced in the anime.
Oh, no.
I guess not.
Nope.
Wow, that's really cool.
Mewtwo is the 150th Pokemon in the Pokédex.
Oh.
And then Mew is the 151st for some reason.
Who's number 1?
Bulbasaur.
Is Charmander number 2?
No, it's Pokédex entries are lined up by evolution line. So Bulbasaur's 1, Ivysaur's 2, Venusaur's 3.
And Charmander.
I think Charmander's 4.
Yes.
And then Squirtle will be 8, I think.
Yeah.
No, 7.
Yeah.
7.
As I'm looking
Yeah,
at it
that's how it
here.
goes.
Very cool. All right, I like that.
So that's pretty much most of the mansion, right? There's a few other trainers in there.
Yeah, there's some trainers. There's some
Nothing of note.
nothing of particular note. I find this secret key,
Yes.
and boy howdy, do I know what I'm going to use it on.
Yes, sir.
The gym.
Mm-hmm.
In this gym, Christian,
Must be a walk in the park for you.
giant walk in the park.
Do you use anyone besides
No,
Blastoise?
sure
Okay,
don't.
I figured you didn't.
So I get here and it's Blaine,
yes, Blaine.
the hot-headed quiz master.
Yeah.
Don't know why they call him that.
So there's an option for him. It's you can either answer a trivia question or face a trainer
Ooh,
to move on.
I didn't have that option. I just faced trainers left and right.
Really?
Maybe now that I'm thinking of that.
Was there like a terminal in each room?
So remember in the mansion,
Yeah.
there's like little switches like next to statues or in statues. I didn't interact with those. Maybe if I did, that would have given me.
Like you're saying, so
Triggers.
in the gym there are statues like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
Maybe
walk up
that's
to that, I'm pretty sure that's right. If you walk up to whatever thing is in that room,
Okay.
there's a trainer and there's a thing.
Do you know what's funny about that? Is
So-
when I would stand in front of the trainer, they wouldn't automatically attack me.
Right, because you have to make a choice.
I didn't know that.
That's why he's the quiz master.
Well, sorry.
Yeah, well.
What did he quiz me on? Any 1996 pop culture references?
Now it's all Pokemon stuff.
Ah, dang.
This isn't any HQ trivia.
Who-
This is
Who had the popular 90s single Semi-Charmed Life? That was Third Eye Blind. That'd be cool. I guess
Alright.
not. Sorry. What came out in 1996? Green Day's Nimrod.
and
See,
Pokemon.
I would get all these references.
Yeah, so
Actually, that was 97. I apologize.
I guess an example would be like, I don't know if it's, I think it's multiple choice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would have to be. But like, or true, false, maybe. It's like, water is weak to fire. True, false.
No, false.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was the other way around.
If you get it right, don't have to face that trainer, move on to the next room.
Oh, I like that. Well, I didn't do that.
Yeah, okay.
Again,
Again, probably wasn't an issue for you.
no, it's fine that I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Because I got so much
Experience.
Pokebucks.
Oh, okay.
Pokebucks galore. I had at the end of this, I had 20, 30,000.
Yeah, see, because last episode you asked if I face everybody.
Yeah,
I try to, just so I can have some resources and
Yeah.
experience.
exactly.
So,
So I'm going to start doing that a little
Mhm.
more often. But at a certain point, it gets a little tedious.
yeah, for sure.
Because I'm
yeah.
there's 10 trainers here, and I'm just trying to get through.
Mhm.
Also, it's weird how you can't say no. There's no consent involved.
Yeah.
They just attack you. It's
Yeah.
we're doing this now. It's I guess. But again, as you said, people enjoy this.
Right.
So that's all well and good. So this is what Blaine has after I just destroy the
His
gym.
trainers.
So remember in SpongeBob, when there's a big accident, there's a panning shot of cars
Yeah.
crash together, and you hear some guy saying, "My leg."
Yeah.
That's what this gym looks like after I roll through.
All right. Okay. That's fair.
This gym is soaked in water. It's like Katara came through from the last Airbender and just destroyed this place.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Singeing.
This is
flames,
Bikini Bottom now.
Smoldering now.
Yeah. So all that's left is Blaine. And
Okay.
he's shivering in his boots.
Mm-hmm.
And he throws out nothing new that I haven't faced in this gym yet.
Okay.
He throws out a Growlithe.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty small Pokemon, gotta be honest. Ponyta? Is that how you pronounce it?
Ponyta.
Ponyta. A Rapidash.
Yep.
Which is just an evolved Ponyta.
Yeah. Horse to a
imagine.
unicorn.
And this might be different. In Arcanine?
Arcanine.
Arcanine. Oh, no, that's a Vulpix.
No.
Oh.
Arcanine is the evolved form of Growlithe.
Ah, that makes
you
sense.
get an Arcanine by giving a Growlithe a Firestone.
Firestone. Okay.
I currently have a Growlithe in my party.
Yep.
I want him to earn his level 30
Yeah, he's
level
not 30
before
yet.
I evolve him into an Arcanine.
Mm-hmm.
My party has pretty much stayed the same since before. I think now I have... Oh, I have a Lapras now
Ah.
because I did Silphco,
Right.
and you did not.
No. I guess.
So I swapped out my Gloom, which I named Kombu for Kombucha.
yeah.
Swapped that out for Lapras, which I named Flounder
Okay.
after the Little Mermaid's Flounder.
Sure, yeah.
And then, yeah, that's where I'm at right now, my party.
Cool.
But Arcanine, this is cool. Arcanine was originally going to be a legendary Pokemon.
Really?
Yes.
What changed?
I guess they were like, why don't we just do a third bird?
Yeah.
Because they had two other birds, and then they had Arcanine.
Yeah, that'd be a little strange.
And they were like, you know what? Maybe we should just keep this.
Yeah.
And Arcanine's Pokedex entry actually refers to it as legendary.
Ooh.
I think it's because you know how Pikachu's like the mouse Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's like this Pokemon. I'm pretty sure Arcanine's is the legendary Pokemon,
Oh, very cool.
which is interesting.
Do you like Arcanine?
I love Arcanine. It's just a
Okay.
big dog lion thing.
What I'm thinking of
Mm-hmm.
for Vulpix, Ninetales.
Yes.
Which is better, Ninetales or Arcanine? I feel like Vulpix and Growlithe are very similar.
Kind of.
They're dogs, right?
Vulpix is more of a fox.
Ah, I see.
It's kind of like a style choice.
Mm-hmm.
Like people like how sleek Ninetales is. I like that Arcanine is just literally a lion and a dog fused together and was like 6 feet tall.
Pretty cool.
Love that.
Yep.
But yeah, so no problem for you though.
Dude, right through.
All right.
No, literally no issue.
Okay.
Not a single potion, probably.
Yeah.
One hits, pretty much.
Makes sense.
I don't feel bad about that at all. Because it was when I got my Squirtle,
Mhm.
and I found out eventually you teaching me that these gyms will specify and specialize in certain types.
You were just
I'm
waiting for that fire
I'm
gem, right?
waiting. I'm waiting. I know it's coming.
Yeah.
And we did it to him here in this gym. They are all dead.
Very nice.
They're not dead. But this young gentleman, Blaine, gives me a few things after I beat him. Actually, before that, Blastoise is now a level 42.
Nice.
I traded I traded Withdraw for Skull Bash.
Cool.
I had Withdraw at some point.
Yeah, Withdraw you can get rid of. That's a
It's-
holdover from like early on.
Yeah, that's fine. Didn't really like it.
Yeah.
I'd never used it. I got the Volcano Badge.
Cool.
It heightens everyone's special abilities.
Nice.
And I also got TM38. Very cool. It's Fire Blast.
Nice.
And I've yet to use it. But
Cool. Flareon?
who did I give it to but Flareon? Exactly. And I got rid of Rage.
Good.
Because Rage kind of is not my favorite.
You're making some smart moves.
Yes. Maybe not this one.
Oh god, okay, what's up?
Victory Bell. I get rid of Toxic.
Oh, okay.
And I trade it for Solar Beam.
Solar Beam's still cool.
Okay.
It takes a while because the thing is Solar Beam takes a turn to charge up.
I'm trying to think, where did I get Solar Beam? Did I?
You might have bought it somewhere.
bought
Maybe
it.
you got it from someone. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Here, I wrote a note here, and now I already know my answer. 1, 2, 3, 5, and then 7. This is according to
your trainer card.
my trainer card.
So those are the number of badges you have so far.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No 6, but 7, and it's because the branching paths.
6 and 7 you can get in different options. I'm near 6 right now. And I haven't done. Yeah. So I'm near the 6th gym right now.
Okay.
And that is the building, or that is the town that you skipped because you got to give the guard a drink.
So you haven't gotten the Fuchsia City gym
Not yet, no.
Okay. So you have 4, and you're gonna do the Saffron City gym.
I think I'm going to do 5. So I'm doing Fuchsia first.
Fuchsia, okay.
Then I'm doing Saffron.
Saffron.
And then I'm going to go down to Cinnabar.
Okay.
So
interesting.
So next up for you is probably...
Is it Saffron?
Yeah.
Okay.
So because you said you were kind of lost now, right?
Well, I stopped there. I
Okay,
stopped
okay.
immediately after this gym.
Nice.
And what I'm thinking I can do is go north from my perspective.
Where do you think you're going to end up?
I don't know. I guess it's Saffron, but maybe not.
Maybe.
I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, well, look forward to that.
But yeah. Well, this is an interesting episode
Yeah.
because we started like a little bit after. We started in the safari, did we? No, we didn't. We started after the safari. But we got to the part in this game where I was most frustrated
Yeah.
so far,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. Games do that. I'm thinking of God of War fighting all the Valkyries.
Right.
Tough platinum. Tough platinum.
I own it.
Yeah, so do I.
Nice.
And that kind of reminded me of that
Yeah.
for now.
I can see it.
But, that happens. I lost in, what is it, Articuno?
Yeah, that's a hard loss.
It seems it,
Yeah.
but I'm not too heartbroken over that.
Yeah. There are other birds you can catch.
Okay. When you catch that bird, is it in your party forever?
It's treated like any other Pokemon.
No, like for you. Like, do you keep that bird in your party?
Not really. I don't really like using legendaries much.
Think they're too OP?
Yeah, and also like I have my team that I'm more comfortable with, and I have more of an attachment to.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're this cool bird. I'll use you for some like hard Pokemon fight or something, but like never against people. Like if I was fighting you, I wouldn't use a legendary.
Yeah.
So.
Here's another question. If we had the OG Game Boys, can we fight each other?
Yeah.
Wow. So that was introduced in the first Pokemon.
Original game, yeah.
Huh. How did that work?
Link cable. Same way you trade.
Yeah. Did it work well?
It worked.
It just felt like fighting a trainer.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of switching out of Pokemon here and there.
Yeah, that because no items, but you can use
items.
Yeah, you can switch out.
So you can't use potions.
No potions, no heals, no revives.
Oh.
Yeah. So
were those difficult? I would imagine.
It depends on who you're facing.
Yeah.
So.
Did you face many difficulties?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of any right now.
All right. So yeah, that's where we got to this episode.
All right, cool.
Any other points that you want to discuss?
I don't think so. You're having a good time. You're getting close to the end of the game. Do you have any expectations on where you're going to end up?
So we talked about this before we started recording.
Yes.
I was like, oh, so what we do here on My First Mon is we play through a couple gyms and we sit down and record 2 episodes. So before this, we recorded episode 5,
Yes.
and I was in Fuchsia City,
Mhm.
and now this is episode 6,
Correct.
Cinnabar Island. So I was like, okay, so all that's left is 2 more gyms. So 1 more recording session. And you're like, probably 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Now I'm interested
Yeah.
because there's 2 gyms left,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems like there's more to the game.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that would look like.
I would, next time you're hopping into the game, I would explore a little more. You get your fossil back yet?
I did. I have it here somewhere.
I know exactly what you got from it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know. I wrote it right here. Kabuto.
Yes.
I used it, and I was like, not really good.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing.
Do you think there's more opportunities to bring Pokemon back to life?
Oh wait. Oh, more fossils?
Maybe.
Maybe
take a
Possible.
visit back to Peter City.
Oh, that's far.
Yeah.
I can get
That
that.
museum.
Yeah.
Maybe go back there.
Oh, a fossil perhaps.
Maybe.
Okay.
But yeah.
Is it worth it?
It's worth it in the fact that it's a cool moment,
Sure.
but it's as cool as Kabuto was.
Yeah. And honestly, that was a little disappointing because I threw him in battle. And
I'd say
you don't
this
do
one
anything.
is cooler.
Ah, okay.
So,
All right. Maybe I'll jot that down in the notes here.
but yeah, be cognizant of the map. Like, take your time and look around and like try to get a feeling of where you've been, where you're going,
Mm-hmm.
because you are right in assuming that there is more to this game than you're realizing.
Okay.
Not much more, but there is more.
Yeah. Can I give you my guess
Sure.
as to who the 8th gym leader is? Right now, there's a question mark on him.
I'll be smiling the whole time. Let's hear it.
I think it's Professor Oak.
No comment.
I think it is. Let me.
Why do you think it's Oak?
So let me compare it to another game.
Okay.
Well, I think it's Oak because I think it's someone we know. Because why would they cross it out? Or why
Mhm.
would they put a question mark? It's either Oak or Ash. I think it's Oak. Ash wouldn't really make sense to me. And it's locked. Maybe Oak's like a bad guy. I have no clue. Remember the first, or is it the second? I want to say it's the first. Metal Gear
Metal Gear 1.
on the MSX.
Yes.
Where you, as Solid Snake,
Mm-hmm.
go through. Where were you on?
Outer Heaven?
Yeah, it was Outer Heaven. Or was it Heaven or Haven?
Haven. How was Outer Heaven?
Who knows? That story is ridiculous. And eventually, the main bad guy
Mhm.
is Big Boss,
Correct.
who sent you out on the mission in the beginning.
first place, yeah.
And who sends you out on the mission in the beginning of this game? Professor Oak.
Yeah, I mean, like, Oak wants you to catch all these Pokemon, right?
Yeah, that's weird. Why?
Do you think maybe he's like some sadistic guy, right? Like,
Yeah,
maybe he
maybe.
just wants you to like get all these creatures that are living their life,
You're
capture them, study them.
the fact that you're giving me fuel to the fire makes it seem like it's probably not true.
I'm
But
just saying.
I like the theory.
Yeah, like,
It's a little weird.
like you're sending him all these Pokemon, right?
Yeah. It's a little
Like,
strange.
what's going on?
Why do you need all this information, Big Brother?
Yeah.
Don't
know.
Well, we'll see about that in future episodes.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks for you guys. Real
Yes.
soon for us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was episode 6
Very nice.
of My First Mon. Christian, you got some stuff to plug?
You can follow me on Twitter at Chris N. Buckley. You can interact with me however you would like to if you have opinions on the series, because I've talked to some people who are enjoying the show. Shout out to you guys on
Hey.
Reddit, YouTube comments. I'm hovering around. I'll always see whatever you want to say, whatever you want to talk about. The show, you're on youtube.com/joyclicks if you can see me right now. We have a Marvel show on there. We got some other stuff that's fun. E3 is probably coming up soon. Maybe Pokemon
my
Sword and
God.
Shield news.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm having a blast with the show. It's a very fun time.
Yeah, I'm having a fun time too. The fact that you just said E3 is coming up soon blew my mind because we're recording this in May. No, we're recording this in April.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, still, it's kind of close.
no PlayStation stuff. Boo. I think we're going to get some Xbox stuff.
I think so.
I think so. The PS5 was just sort of talked about.
Yeah.
We'll see. You can follow me at Fascinated Jack on Twitter and
Mhm.
Instagram. Again, my show, The Polygonal Sunrise, is dead. you can no longer find it. No, that's kidding. I'm kidding about that. You can find it on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Christian's going to be on the latest episode.
Yes.
That'll be
Final
a good time.
episode.
The final finale episode of the Polygonal Sunrise. So yeah, you can find that on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. But yeah, in the meantime, follow me, Fascinated Jack, Twitter and Instagram. I have some interesting tweets here and there. But yeah, Christian, thank you very much for joining me.
It's been a pleasure.
For those of you out there, thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, go catch 'em all.
See ya.